Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin', everybody? Israel's finest, hosted by Mike. What's going on? So, I do have all my video game stuff listed on Facebook Marketplace. I just posted pictures and wrote down what stuff was, and I got a couple of trolls because they can't afford to buy it. But I'm not gonna even respond. I want to, but it doesn't make no sense to respond because at the end of the day, why argue and go back and forth with people? Just because they can't afford the price I'm asking. And, it is what it is. Anyway, this is the stuff I picked up today. So the day started off crappy in the morning. It was chilly as fuck, which I like the cold. And outside of that, it was, just, it started to be a real shitty day, like cloudy. Not cloudy as in the clouds, but cloudy as in just almost kind of like how it was last Saturday in the Meadowlands. Just real eerie. Like the spirit, it was like a eerie spirit. I went through the whole L section, nothing, and then I went because that's where I park at on Sundays. Normally on Thursdays I park I park in the old section around there because there's nobody in it. There's like two or three vendors in the L section. I don't even go to them. And then from there I normally go through the new section, and then after the new section I hit the old, which is basically what I did today. But the guys, they were there today. The two white guys that normally sell the bags of figures like this. They had okay stuff, but I think I'm one of the only buyers. Because every time I walk by 2 or 3 times, they have the same shit there. So I think I'm one of the only guys that buy from them. Bobby asked me last week that were they there or did I know where they were. I actually told him no, because at the end of the day, you're my competition. You know what I'm saying? I hate to sound fucked up, but it is what it is, man. But yeah. Anyhow, so I got all this crap from here to here. That dude Dan, the same one that I got the empty boxed NES system from, that we did the deal with the stuff I had, and he gave me cash. And then Thursday I gave him some more stuff, and today I gave him some stuff. Well, not gave, but sold him some stuff. And he actually just gifted me this. I guess somebody walked by and had this Nintendo case. He didn't want it. I'm pretty. I mean, I'm confident that. I mean, I don't know where he got it from, but he gifted it to me. So thanks again for that, Dan. And this stuff here, I got. Damn, I fucking forgot the guy's name already. Shit. But whatever. Got that stuff from him. Um, and then thanks to cheap ass bricks, Aaron, really really nice guy, love him. I used to sell a lot of my Legos and stuff to him. Real cool guy. He called me like we were in the same aisle. I was about to turn the corner and go down the last aisle, and he was like, "Yo," he called me up. So I knew he called me up for something because we just passed each other, and we both greeted each other and stuff like that. And he's like, "Yo, listen, there's a guy here with a Nintendo 64 with box stuff," and I got confused, and I said, "Where?" And he said, "The aisle you just saw me in." And I was like, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah, he just put the stuff out." And I was puzzled because I'm like, "Wait a minute, I just walked by everything," but the guy had it on the floor at the edge of the table, which is kind of stupid because if he's busy selling a lot of records and whatever, somebody could just go right by and take the games out the box or take some of the box games and keep walking, and he wouldn't know. But anyway, he wanted a lot. He wanted $250 for these 4 box Nintendo 64 games with this with this Nintendo 64 and the 2 controllers, and with that Mario game there. That game sells on eBay between 90 to basically $120, sold by itself. Just that Super Mario 64. And Mortal Kombat Trilogy is basically like a $60 to $80 game sold. So you figure at, let's say, $1.70, that's already $170. So I did talk him down. This other guy, I think the other black dude, he took these two games. He took the Mortal Kombat trilogy and the Mario 64. At one time, I was looking at the stuff and he just grabbed them, and I was like, I was a little confused, and I was like, I know this guy's not going to try to ask him to sell these two separate, because the guy said 250. He thought it was a great deal. Me, I was like, I didn't know the Mario in the box go for that much, and neither did I know that. I actually thought this game was actually pretty decent too. It's only a 20. It's basically a $25 to $40 game sold. I thought it was just about as much. I thought it was actually whatever, but it is what it is. Believe it or not, Madden and the winter games is around $20-$25 because they're in box, which is surprising to me. Make a long story short, he was stuck on two, and he actually did take the Mario and this game out the guy's hand. I guess the guy was going to try to do something, and he was acting a little suspicious though, because he kept saying how the games were nice, and he was standing there smoking weed, which is getting on my nerves because I do not like that smell or being around anybody that smoke or drink. I don't like being around people that consume shit that can alter your mind and fuck your mind up, because I find you a threat. And he grabbed it, and the kid was like, "Damn, man, he just gonna grab the shit out my hand." And the guy didn't even respond to him. He was just like, "Oh, where's the bin?" And I had the bin. I was already standing up with the bin on top of his records. And he's like, "Oh, okay." So he felt more safer with me with it. And then when the kid walked away, I said, because the kid actually responded by laughing and saying, "Wow, you just gonna snatch the games right out of my hand?" He said, "No, I just want the stuff with everything." And when the kid walked off, I said, "Yeah, he was kind of." It was like a little odd that I found it that he was acting a little suspicious with just those two games. He said, "Yeah, it looked like he was gonna put them in his sweatshirt." And I said, "Word?" And I took that opportunity to be like, "Yeah, you gotta watch people around here. You might try to get what you want for it, but then somebody's gonna steal." And so make a long story short, he I said, I tried to get it for 150. He wouldn't budge. 170, 175, he wouldn't budge. So he actually wound up taking 180 for it, which is pretty dope. So basically, it's like I got the Madden 64, the Madden, the Shadow of the Empire, and the Olympic Games, and the Nintendo 64. It's like I got it for free because the Mario 64, and this is basically about roughly about what I paid, and he actually included the extra controller too. So, it's like I didn't break even. It's like I made profit because the Nintendo 64 should be about $60-$70. These two games are around $20-$25 each, and then that's like a $25 to $30 game solid. And then that controller is worth at least $20-$25. So that worked out, you know what I'm saying? So I paid, thanks to Aaron, I paid $180 for something that he wanted $250 for. So I basically got $70 off right off the bat. Good thing it wasn't record related. He didn't really give a shit about the stuff. He said he would have gave it to me for the 150, but he was selling it for somebody. So he just said fuck it. He took the 180, and especially the fact that I took advantage of the fact that the dude, he thought the dude was gonna steal those two games anyway. So it was smart. You know what I'm saying? It was a strategic thing for him to think, because it makes sense. You know what? Let me get 180 now, then I want to have to take less, because somebody might steal some shit. So, yay. And this game, I don't remember where I got Twisted Metal for the PSP from. I think I paid 10 for it or 5. This individual had Bad Boys, which is ironic because last week this Mexican guy had it and he wanted 15 or 20 for it last week. I know Fam Eric maybe would remember. No, it was a lady. A lady had it, and she wanted, I think, 25 or some crazy number for this. Look at this, $3. This game, I know I got that. The lady wanted $5. She had some other Wii games that were $2, so she wound up giving that to me for $3. So yeah, and then these bags, obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these 10 bags I got from those two white guys. I keep forgetting their names. And yeah, some of these bags got, Some of these bags got like $40 on it. Shit like that. So it is what it is. But then these I got from Perry. So I guess every week now he's going lower and lower with his price just to get rid of a lot of shit that he already made money on for like almost a whole month. All these loose figures here were only $1 each. So I grabbed as much recognizable stuff that I know Eunice would want. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So it's 27 figures, which is right because I gave him $4 for extra 4, and then it was 23 figures all in all. And I grabbed 4 more figures. At $1 each, can't go wrong, so I picked those up. So that was $27 to him. Then these two sisters, they were set up in the L section as I was leaving. And I actually got these two. I always want, like I always hear about these dude wipes. So I picked up one. I should have picked up more than one for $2 each because I'm pretty sure in the store these are probably like $8 or something like that. So I basically gave them $10 for these. I had a $10 bill on me. So yeah. So I got that. Then I got for the Xbox One, I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and then Star Wars Battlefront 2, Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition. These two I'm going to keep. One, because this is Lego. Two, because it's a Star Wars, and there's a good chance there may be a box for Xbox One for this particular game. So that's the reason why I'm keeping that. I was thinking about keeping these also just for that because they were only $2. So I don't know yet. But these two are definitely I'm keeping. So I'll probably hold on to these two just in case. And then again, got that from that guy Dan. And then this stack, these two games, and this stuff I got from the same area. These two dudes, they set up together. And the lady next to them, she had some stuff too, so I got all that from them. And then this other dude, Kevin and Mulba, they own a toy and video game store inside of the Columbus Flea Market, and they have people that set up at one specific, well, a couple spots. On Thursdays they're in one area, and on Sunday they're in the front. And him or the lady normally sets up for them, and he actually had these CGC books. This is a 9/2 Return of the Jedi #1. I mean, he was only asking $50 for it. No, not 50, 40. I'm sorry. And I said, "Would you take 30?" He said, "Nah, I got to be at 40. I'm not doing better than 40." So I picked it up for $40. And again, this guy, I got a 2DS Blue for 40. And he actually gave me the PS1 with the monitor and this Super Nintendo. That wound up costing me $170. Then I got all this stuff from him and his boy. I think his boy gave me these for $25. Mega Man 2 and Chip and Dale. And then the same guy I got this from, which is his boy. I actually got the Shinobi for the Sega Master System. Then I got Hang On and Safari Hunt for the for the Master System. Then for the Genesis, I got Real Monsters, Super Nintendo, Mario is Missing, with the box and everything as you see there. And then for the GameCube, I got Spyro, Hero's Tale, Def Jam Vendetta, which is 2 good games, and then TAC 2, Secret of the Staff Dreams. That's actually a pretty decent game too. So I don't remember what I paid for those, but I think all in all, I probably got probably close to the 2 something. I mean, obviously over 250, that's for sure. And then again from the lady, I got these 2 Nintendo adapters. And yeah, these 2 Nintendo adapters and this PS1 controller for $10. See, this is why sometimes you wait, because there was a Dominican dude in the old section that was set up. He wanted, which was not bad, but he wanted like fucking $10. No, he wanted $15 for just this same controller for the PS1. He kind of had an attitude at that. And I put it down. And here it is. I go to her and I pay $5 less, and I get 2 adapters with it. Go figure. And then there's this Super Nintendo controller. This one kid, he was selling them. He only wanted $5 for it. And now I think about it, that's where I got the Twisted Metal from. So he told me 10 for the Twisted Metal. So he wanted to give me both for $12. He said, you know what? Because I couldn't find nothing else. He said, well, if you get more stuff, I'll give you a better deal. Because I picked this up first. And I was like, okay. So I didn't see anything else that I thought was worth anything, especially being that he had some action figures that were not asking the price. I knew he was a reseller. Cool kid though, like a kind of like a chubby Middle Eastern kid, but real cool. So it was his idea to say $12 for both, and I wasn't gonna say 10 or 11 because I thought that was a good deal. So that's where I got that from. So anyway, y'all, this is basically this is my haul for the day. Can't get greedy, and you can't get everything all the time. So we got a Super Nintendo Junior, we got a PS1 with the monitor, and we got a Nintendo 64 and a 2DS colorway that I needed, and then all this crap. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys later, man. And again, enjoy your Labor Day, and I hope you guys have a good, safe one. Peace out.